Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Play action. Now it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. And some room to work. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cardinals nothing.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss. On
3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, step it back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10.
Watch tight end. Three down. 41's the mic.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
On play action, Lance. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Uchenna-Nwosu. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Sermon, they'll try the left side with it. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And Lance going to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, it's Sermon.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check it out, read.
They run here with Jason Huntley.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
Now a handoff. Sermon. Big hole up the middle.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Here's Sermon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Sermon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Niners 20, Cardinals nothing. Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. 70, 10, move up. One's Mike, four, one's Mike. It's just me and you.
He'll look to throw.
Check, 41.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cardinals get a bit closer.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They run. Here's Sermon.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd down at 5.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff block.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk.
95 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking 1st down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. Hey, here we go. 40 wants the mic, 40 wants the mic. Check 41.
Now a give, right side. Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike 41.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm coming after you.
Now back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on him. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
On the handoff, Sermon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Like 22, he's coming, 22.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running left is Sermon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
What we got? At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
41 Mike.
Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
They run once more with Sermon.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Right here, 41 Mike. Let's go, let's go. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that. Check, Bobcat. Shift, go.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Samson Abukum. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, check.
Back to Sermon on 1st down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down now, it's Mitchell into the secondary past the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 35-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Niners, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.